I don't even know. Sometimes we just jump to assumptions. Never a good idea. That's why what is that little saying? Spelling out the word, you make an ass out of you and me, assume. Yeah, it is like a fine line in today's world too, where it's like, no, you really don't want to just jump to, you never know. And at the same time, can we turn a blind eye, right? Like it's this, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But then, yes, they're also reminding me, well, to live a long, happy life. And Jesus says, turn the other cheek, meaning, if you don't like it, look the other way. Which I don't think people hear it that way, but I think that's the way it's meant. The reality is we live in a world of duality, and there's going to be a lot of things that we perceive as bad, wrong, evil, and equal and opposite half, there's the good. And so you have to focus on the good. Otherwise, you can get trapped in the bad. So it does beg that question of turning a blind eye. And it's kind of like everybody has to fight for it. And I guess that's where I always end up having a hard time. Because as soon as I say that, it's like, well, what about the babies? What about the kids? What about, right? Like, it's like, those who can't fight for themselves. This is where I struggle. But then they always remind me of like, they have their own direct connection with the universe as well. And whatever they're experiencing that they don't like, they're shooting off rockets. There's their body inside is igniting, the nervous system is letting the universe know that they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. And as long as they continue to love themselves, it is kind of like, and if they can tolerate it until they can get out, it's such a horrible way to think about it or see it, but that is what they're showing me, and that is, I think it even says that like in the teachings too, like there's something about the people being under an altar and then having to wait until their turn or something like that. It's like that idea of some of us go through hard times and make it through without being bitter. Others don't. It's all this in one. It really is. It's really having to choose our focus. And it's ironic because it is almost like it's addictive when we hear or see bad things that upset us and disturb us. In that, why can't we peel it ourselves away? Because it is new and it is the rare and it is disturbing. So we end up focusing on it. By focusing on it, that we're giving attention to it. The attention we give to it is the power we're giving to it. So this is why they say it is kind of like bury your head in the sand, although it's not. You really have to just choose your focus so that you give your power to the right thing. Otherwise, you keep getting closer to the thing you don't want. All right, so there was all that. The other thing they were showing is, I've had this happen to me a lot in my life, but there has been a few times that it's been jarring, where people do tend to just tell me stuff. They come up and tell me I'm even complete strangers, but everybody ends up telling me things. And I don't mind, and I know people need to get stuff off their chest, and I actually am glad they feel comfortable enough to do so, and so on and so forth. And that they have a level of trust or knowing that it's okay. That said, I have had a few times that it's been like jarring or shocking because you don't expect it, and it wasn't like it was a quote session, right? It wasn't like they were like, listen, I need your advice. Can you talk? Like, no, it would just be like talking to somebody and then they blurted something out because they probably needed to. And yet, being so jarred by that and unprepared, unready, not in the right headspace myself, all these things, it's like I like looking back at a few of the incidences, it's like, oh shit, like, whew, I wish I was able to offer more, right? Like I feel like I offered that person the best I could, and I gave them, I always say you go to A to Z, and I did answer them Z, but they weren't ready to hear Z. they needed all the steps in between. And so it could have been seen as dismissive or insensitive or many of things. And I still wonder and worry about this person based on what they told me. That was truly disturbing. And yet I haven't broached the subject ever again. Well, now we don't even talk, but even previously when we were, because it was such a highly sensitive topic, and I was shocked she even told me, and she wouldn't even tell me all the details. That I was asking probably the wrong questions, but because I was so shocked and I didn't know I couldn't digest it. And she needed me to digest it, and she needed me to help her, and I couldn't, because I was just like, whoa, hi, right? Like, it was like, I just wasn't prepared for such a heavy conversation and out of nowhere. And she never brought it up again, and it was like, I never knew, like, is she getting help? Does she want to talk to me about it again? Should we talk about it further? Like, you don't want to, like, pick a scab, but was it even a scab, or was it still bleeding? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, so many things that keep coming to light that it's just, I want to say it's so shocking and jarring. And then it does make me feel grateful for being sheltered and protected. But like, even when those around me were not, right? Like, it's shocking and jarring that too. Like, how didn't I see? How didn't I know? How? And you know what? I don't want to know how. Like, I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful. And, right? Like, we do need to ask the right questions. And we do need to practice our focus, because this kind of stuff is brought to our doorstep all the time, right? And like, somebody like me, honestly, you know what? That's really funny. They kind of just showed it, like me being a priest, and that people do feel like they need to confess their sins or something to me, or their worries or burdens or concerns. Like, it is kind of like that. It's just funny that they said priest instead of like a therapist, but because I always felt like that. I always felt like people would, but it doesn't, I prefer a deep conversation anyway. I'd rather a real conversation anyway than some surface shit. But at the same time, it does become too much sometimes, and certainly awkward when it's like, oh, I wasn't prepared. And it's like, I'm so jarred by that info, I don't even know how to calmly answer, because I don't even know how to think. Like, sometimes you're like, what? Oh, God. All of that. It's like just heavy residual that seems to be releasing, and people are purging, which good, purge it out. The answers you need are coming. I keep hearing that and feeling that. It does feel like that. It feels like, yes, it feels like it's coming to a head, right? Like, it feels like it's all about to explode, like it's all about to come out. It's all about to, but in a good way, like a good and bad way. It seems like that has been a theme, right? It's like, it's good, but it's going to come with a sting. It's good, but it's going to come with a smack. It's both. It's like mostly good, but it comes with that sting, that awareness. What is it? It's something more right here, but I feel like it's the same, but there's more. Maybe it's the fact that, and I know I sure have felt that it's like so heavy and so dense and so thick that it's hard to slice through it, right? We've been talking about that, where it's like such a dense fog, you can cut it, but it's like slime, so it just keeps morphing. So it's like, you're not getting clear, you're not getting clarity, you're not getting answers. And it's almost like people like it that way or want to keep it that way, and yet they no longer can. And so it's like the clarity is coming, but the clarity hurts, right? Like, the truth hurts, right? Like, it's almost like it's going to hurt, or it's going to be shocking, or it's going to sting. And at the same time, it's going to allow you to move forward. It's going to allow you to then have the answers so you can put it to rest. You can put it to bed. You can give yourself that peace of mind, right? Like you no longer need to worry about it, search for the answers, have it swirling in the back of your head, trying to make sense of something that makes no sense. It's like the gaps will be filled in, or it's like clarity is coming. How long have we been hearing that? But it does feel like it more than ever. The reason I say is, how long have we been hearing that? I've been hearing that for so long now. You do almost stop believing. You're like, what's your definition of soon? Because it's not matching mine. I don't know what you mean, right? It's like the longest wait ever. Anyway, nonetheless, the answers you need are coming. It does feel like that. I wish I could verbalize it better, and I wish I could explain it better, because I feel like I'm just not capturing it fully. But it really is like a relief with a slap. In other words, it's not just all peaches and cream. It's not joy and bliss. But I was going to say you'll settle for the peace, but you'll more than settle for the peace. Like, in other words, at the same time, you are going to be so grateful and happy to have that peace. It's going to feel like joy and bliss as far as the intensity goes. The gratitude for the intensity of that gratitude for the peace you will receive with having those answers or those questions answered will be so great and so wonderful that even though it's going to sting, it's like the answers you don't want. Maybe that's what it is. It's not the answers you want to hear. Oh God, maybe that's what it is. That had been coming through too, where it's like, I'm very rarely wrong. I know that sounds so obnoxious, doesn't it? But it's true. And I had said that to somebody recently. I told them I didn't want to do something. Like, go ahead. I said, all right. And I thought, okay, it'll be great. They're right. I'm being silly. It'll be fantastic. And I tried, and I was like, no. Why did I listen to somebody outside of me? No, right? It's the idea of no. When you're attuned to you and you're in alignment, it's rare that you're wrong, right? But that's the thing. It's like I can be aligned with my heart and be right, or you can be aligned with your ego and be right. And there's a difference. And most people are aligned with their ego. So it sounds arrogant, but it depends on where they're coming from. It might not be. It might just be factual. And so there's a lot of times where I wish I was wrong. I wish I was wrong, right? And so one could say, focus on the right thing. Believe me, I do. And I know it's all coming from me. And there are still things that they show me that I wish I did not see. I wish it wasn't brought into my awareness so that I could be wrong, or I wouldn't have to even think about it, and I wouldn't have to even know about it before it happens. But sure enough, I do. And sure enough, I'm right. And sure enough, I wish I wasn't. So sometimes it's like it's good to know that you can trust yourself and your intuition. That's good. But it sure stings when you're always right, when you don't want to be. I think that's why I often find excuses, or I try to find excuses for others. Well, maybe it's because of this, or maybe it's because of that, or maybe it's because of this. And it's like I want to give the benefit of the doubt. It's like seeing the ugly. I do see the best in you, but at times I really see the ugly too. And I try to focus on the best more because I can see how ugly it can get. And so I deny the truth I see in the ugly, hoping, wishing, praying I was wrong. But it's rare. I'm usually right. And that stings. It is that I really wish I was wrong, right? It really is that idea that sometimes we wish we didn't know what we know or see what we see. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.